But ask the animals, and they will teach you, or the birds in the sky, and they will tell you, or speak to the earth, and it will teach you, or let the fish in the sea inform you. Which of all these does not know that the hand of the Lord has done this? In his hand is the life of every creature and the breath of all mankind. Job 12:7-10.
Hey everyone, what's going on? So I am at the farm today and I'm going to be doing some prep work, so follow along. Got quite a bit to do, and got my trusty partner Everest with me today. So anyways, today I'm going to mow some food plots and hopefully get those two sprayed. One's going to be a soybean plot, the other's going to be a sunflower plot. I'm also going to cut in a trail today for the deer, hopefully connecting one of my clover plots to the field out to the north here. That's where I'm going to have a stand, and I'm hoping that that really funnels the deer right to that area. And probably get some stands taken down today, and just about anything else that I can figure out today. We'll see how it goes. Just gonna have some fun with it and get some stuff done. Just hang out here, and I hope y'all enjoy. I'm gonna begin right here where this fence is. This is the property line, but I do have permission to hunt this farm down this way in these fields. I'm gonna begin by trimming some brush right here because my food plot's just that way, about 20 yards, 30 yards. It's not far at all. So my plan is get some of this brush cleared just in a path. I did forget the weed eater, so I'm gonna have to run back and get that, or a machete or something, so I can kind of clear some of these weeds. My plan is to make a pretty straight and narrow path, you know, something that kind of looks like a deer trail. And I'm just gonna clear some of this brush. Now, ideally, I would just cut a break in this fence, but I'm not gonna be doing that because this isn't my fence. You know, the farmer north of us has cattle. His cattle get loose. He likes these fences to be up so he can kind of wrangle them around. So, you know, I'm just gonna create a little path of least resistance here for the deer. Hopefully it funnels them down. And there's actually a pretty big hackberry tree right over here. There's a couple. I don't know which one I'm gonna put my stand in this year. Just gonna start clearing some brush and then work my way back up into that food plot, and should turn out pretty cool. And most of this is just like thistle and honeysuckle. You know, don't want any of that crap anyway, so. You see, like, I'm not gonna cut more brush than I need to. The goal is to make this look natural. I want it to look like a deer trail, like deer coming from that food plot, heading out to this cornfield. And what's unique about this cornfield here, down to the left by 400 yards is where the bean field starts. And then to the right by about 400 yards, maybe a little less, is where the next bean field starts. And then it goes for about 80 acres north. This is gonna turn out to be a really good spot. Back in high school, I had a stand here, and it was wonderful because the deer like to travel this fence row. So that's what I'm targeting. I'm targeting deer going from field to field. They're not going to try to just go through the middle of the field. They're going to try to get path of least resistance, work along this fence row, and there is a tile right here, so there's a little bit of water. Great spot for them to come grab a drink. And on top of that, after I get this trail put in later in October, I'm going to put a mock scrape in the middle of this trail. That way, the intention is deer feeding in that food plot. They hit the mock scrape as they're working. Hopefully, if I put in enough mock scrapes, really get some bucks worked up this year. And then I'm going to put another one on the other side of this fence, enticing them to jump the fence. So that's the plan. Like, I'm targeting deer traveling this fence row and coming from this food plot. That is my hope. That is my plan. We'll see what happens. I'm really excited about it, and this should be a really wonderful spot. And there's a buckeye tree right here, plenty of buckeyes on here this year. You know, if you're like pruning trees, you want to cut at the nodes. That's where it branches out. That way you're not totally killing the tree. Just FYI. Not this is a big deal. I mean, this is just a mulberry tree, but I love nature. No reason to kill stuff if you don't have to, you know. Respect Father Nature. It's here for a reason. So, but I think, you know, if I can imagine a deer coming down this trail and wanting to hop this, because this tunnel dips down, or this tile dips down. You know, I mean, a deer naturally isn't going to jump this fence and land down in that puddle. Ideally, it'd be like right here. the deer's gonna have to jump pretty high. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a couple of these branches off. And that way gives them a little bit of clearance. So we'll just, good grief. Wish I had some clippers. There we go. That looks a lot better, y'all. That's just the start of it. We got a lot more cutting to do here. All right, y'all. Got the machete. We're just gonna get some of this trimmed up a little bit, and then we're gonna turn around, work our way back to the food plot. It'll be pretty easy today. Some of this stuff out of the way. Yeah, everybody, I'd say that's good. Kind of got a little carried away when I was doing my Swifty thing earlier, but that's all right. Most of this will grow back anyways, and I'll just have to maintain it. But you're at a pretty good little point right here. All right, everybody, just gonna start working my way back to this food plot. Probably only got like 15, 20 yards here, and we'll be right in the food plot. It's not gonna take a whole lot. A few little snips, and it'll be done. All right, everyone, so that trail is done. So hopefully you can see here is one of the food plots that we mowed today. I forget what exactly this food plot's gonna end up being, but got that trail put in, and let's see. You can kind of see side by sides right back there. So just right on the other side of that is the field, and then to the other side is where that stand's gonna be. So let's go check it out. So it's just going to be super important over the summer to maintain that trail. Probably bring the weed eater back here, and hopefully some of this grows up, and that way we can narrow that trail down. But yeah, you can see the field right out there. So should be really promising this year. We're gonna get on this. We're just gonna mow this food plot here to the right. It's gonna be a soybean plot, and then hopefully go get another one mowed. All right, y'all. So as you can see, this food plot is mowed down. So he got that done. So thanks, Dad. Appreciate it. He's off mowing some more stuff right now, and we're gonna move on to one of the other food plots and get that mowed down. But you know, as you can see, like this food plot isn't that big. It's a quarter acre. Most people I see putting in food plots, like they're pretty big, right? But I'm gonna be putting in 4 to 5 food plots this year, and I'm going to keep them each to a quarter acre. And the thought process behind it is, you know, I've got something different in each plot, just a little bit different, you know. I try to give the deer a lot of variety, you know, because they're completely used to soybeans and field corn, right? That's what all the farmers put out. Now I am putting in a soybean plot in this one here, and that is only because I'm going to be planting it later. Therefore, it's going to be still up and ready for the deer to eat past the time that the farmers actually harvest their crops this year. This is the way I look at it. Like your dog, right? He'll eat kibble from the store, right? He eats the kibble. That's what they eat every day. But your dog gets so excited when finally gets table scraps. Well, in my personal opinion, like deer are the same way. They like variety. So that is my main focus and objective here, is to give the deer more variety, something that they've never had, something that they're not just readily used to. You know, that's why the deer are in your vegetable garden eating your carrots and lettuce. It's not something that they have readily available to them. You know, instead of connecting these two food plots and planting a whole, you know, half acre of clover, you know, I'm going to be putting soybeans in one and a different mix in the other. And that's just to give the deer quite a bit more variety, so they can really get moving around. But I'm super excited about this. It's going to be a good year. It's going to be a good deer season. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I wish it was deer season already, but a bunch of work to put in, and I'm really hoping to reap the benefits of the hard work put in this year. So this is the second food plot that we're putting in. Dad's getting it mowed, as you can see. He's just kind of standing up, sometimes periodically looking for some of this milkweed, trying to avoid it. It's good for the pollinators. Look for fawns, but this ain't too thick. So we're gonna be planting sunflowers in this plot, and mainly just for the birds. Deer might munch on it too, and I think the one over there we're just gonna leave as it is because they planted some crimson clover in there, which is good for the bees. So as you can see, there's some stuff down here, and that's just some leftover corn stalks, sunflower stalks. So this was a sunflower plot last year, I believe. You guys see some of the heads out there still standing up. But yeah, we're just going to get this done. I don't know if we'll get this sprayed today. Looks like some storms are moving in. All right, everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce. This is my dad. So someday when I'm bald, you'll know who to thank. All right. So he's just going to talk to you a little bit about this milkweed. I mentioned earlier that he was intentionally missing the milkweed, and that's for a reason. So without further ado, go ahead, Dad. All right, folks. So these plants right here are common milkweed, and common milkweed are the primary host plant for monarch butterflies. And monarch butterflies are proposed for federally endangered species listing. So that means that they're in great decline, and we need to do everything we can to help them out. So we intentionally mowed around this little patch of milkweed to help the butterflies as much as possible. And we'll just leave this little patch here undisturbed. We've got several other patches all around the farm, and still waiting to see our first monarch for the year. Well, everybody, this is going to conclude today's episode. We got some weather moving in, some storms coming in today, so unfortunately not going to be able to spray the food plots today, and probably not going to take any stands down just due to the weather. It looks like some thunderstorms and whatnot, so might as well play it safe and save it for next week. So hope to get back next Saturday, and hope to get those food plots sprayed. Might bring my weed eater out and really fine tune that new deer trail, and just start looking, getting ideas of what else needs done. So thanks for watching. I appreciate y'all. Definitely hope you have a good day, and God bless y'all. So until next time, stick with it.